Lakerland. Duncan here. Let's talk Lakers. Alright. First and foremost, though, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment in the box below, hit that bell for notifications, and share. So let's talk Lakers. Okay, first and foremost, as I stated in my previous video, Luke Walton is not getting the job done. I believe he will be a good coach, but right now, he's young, he's still learning, and he's making a lot of mistakes. Rotations, different guys playing with each other, it's just not working. And here's the thing, I realize that we've had a pretty good run, and we've gotten better, but even if we do make the playoffs, he's unproven in the playoffs. So, to me, if you're building a team who, even if you want to have a superstar or two on your team, you're going to have a coach they respect. And Luke Walton's not that coach. Now, for me, I'd like to see us go to a hometown favorite, a local legend, a champion at every level he's played, a guy that's been an assistant coach in the NBA and has coached teams overseas, a guy who's consistently been overlooked as a head coach in the NBA, and a friend of Magic Johnson's. His name is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bring Kareem in as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's make news. Now, instantly, your free throw percentage goes up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as a coach, is most known for free throw percentages, helping guys like Shaq, Hakeem, and other guys make free throws. Guys with horrible free throw averages get better when they work with Kareem. He's a guy that knows basketball better than most minds. He has not been overlooked because of his lack of knowledge or ability to coach. He's been overlooked because of his political and social stands. He's a friend of Magic's. He's very well capable of doing the job. And he's a no-nonsense coach that knows what it takes to win. Now, does he have wins, losses, in-game coaching experience? Not in the NBA. But does that mean he doesn't have the ability to? He's been around some of the best coaches in the world. He's had Pat Riley as a coach. He's worked with Magic. He's worked with Phil. He's worked with several other coaches throughout the years. Legendary coaches. I believe Kareem is an instant upgrade at head coach, and he's somebody the fans will love as a head coach. Now, do you think the guy that bleeds purple and gold is going to be the guy who's not going to try that hard? Because Kareem is all about winning. He's won rings at every level. So now you have to give him a roster. You have to give him the ability to win. So here's what you do. You take Lonzo, who's your starting point guard. You know he likes to pass. You know he's a good defender, great rebounder. But he's a team-first guy, which means you have to surround him with scorers. A guy like Paul George coming in would be ideal. And you can easily replace KCP's money with a little bit more and bring in Paul George. Okay, now Paul George suddenly is your scorer. He's a guy that's going to give you 25 points a night. Easy. Okay, now, then you got Brandon Ingram at small forward. Ingram's a guy who's going to give you 19, 20 points a game. Easy. Now, you have to bring back Randall. We own his bird rights. He's probably going to be very well suited. But he fits in our team. The fans love him, and he's one of our best players. He should be one of our number one priorities to bring back. Then you got, in my opinion, you have to replace Lopez. It's way too much money for a guy who can't rebound and shoots way too many threes. So, for me, I want an interior presence. I want a guy that's going to give me 20, 25 points a night in the paint. A guy that's going to finish at the hoop, especially with guys like Lonzo, Randall, and Ingram passing the ball. I want a guy like even Greg Monroe. He's a guy who can run the court. He's a guy who can catch passes and dunk. He'd bring me double-digit rebounds. His defense isn't that great. But then I bring in a guy like Noel to come and help with that. Now, my backup units are literally, I'm bringing IT back. Isaiah Thomas is a guy who can come off. He's going to want to score with the ball in his hand. He's a 20-point guy, but he's got to score with the ball in his hand. So, in my opinion, you have to surround him with defenders. Guys like Josh Hart, who can get you 10, 15, 20 points, or probably more like 14 or 15 points a game. But he's a solid defender, rebounder, and he can come in and be a primary six-man candidate. And he could be very good at it. Instantly, you're allowing Isaiah to score, and you're helping him with defense. But then I want to bring in a guy like Trevor Ariza. He's a guy that's going to give you 1.6, 1.7 steals a game. And if IT is going to the hoop for 20, 25 points a game, I want two solid defenders on the court to help him. Josh Hart, Trevor Ariza. At the power forward spot, I got Kyle Kuzma. We all know what he is. You want a guy that can dig it in the paint, get rebounds, play a little defense, guy who can score at the hoop or shoot threes, that's Kyle. He's still growing. He's going to get better. But he's a solid backup power forward. As I stated before, I pick up Noel on a cheap contract. There's more rebounding, more defense coming off the bench, plus a guy who can finish in transition. So literally, your team chemistry doesn't change with Monroe or Noel. The only difference is Noel can come on and play defense, which is important when you have Isaiah. So suddenly, I have Isaiah, Hart, Ariza, Kuzma, and Noel as my second unit. Isaiah can score all the points he wants, and I can hide his lack of defense with very good defenders. And then, of course, my reserve unit is Alex Caruso, who I believe is going to continue to grow. You have probably the rookie at shooting guard, the first-round rookie. You got Dang coming in, who I'm keeping on the roster only because I'm using his money next year. I have Thomas Bryant in the 4 spot, and I have Zubac in the 5. So, once again, that unit is pretty stout. It runs, it scores. Your starting unit's going to be amazing. Amazing. And if you have to take Lonzo out and put IT in, you still have guys that can play solid defense around them. So, in my opinion, if you want a solid championship caliber team, bring back Randall, bring in George, bring back Isaiah, and let's bring in Trevor Ariza and Noel, and let's do this. Because that team would outrun most others. That team would play defense as a second unit and would score a lot of points. I'd love to know what you guys think. Please comment in the box below. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And go Lakers, go. Peace. Duncan out.